everybody! Welcome back to another Landmiss video. Today we are going to be playing with and doing an entire full face makeup look using one of the oldest makeup brands in the world. You know, this is pretty recent knowledge for me, but it was really cool to look at the timeline and history of Shiseido and the fact that it was established in 1872. Let that sink in. They launched their first face powder in 1917. Let me tell you, I had such a Lisa Eldridge appreciation of makeup history as I was like scrolling through their website timeline. It is so fascinating. One of my favorite fun little facts was that their little text branding here is their Western branding, and it was established in 1928. Shiseido has been around, my friends, and it is high time that I do a full face of this beautiful brand. There's a lot of favorites from the brand that I use a ton in my videos, specifically being the Aura Dew highlights and the Color Gel lip balms. If you are a frequent watcher of my channel, you will have definitely seen these. They are in my top favorite products of all time. But other than that, I haven't used too many other products from the brand, so I was really excited to poke around and try and find some new things. I've heard so much about their foundation and base products in the past. I'm really excited to try some today. And I wanted to mention a quick note that while I was on a search for their products, I noticed that like many brands and many makeup products in general, it's very much dependent on where you are geographically located. They seem to have a much more like limited collection in North America, specifically in Canada, and the places that I bought the products were Sephora and Hudson's Bay. And Sephora itself had a much more limited like availability of products than even Hudson's Bay did. So I kind of picked and prodded and managed to find an almost full face. A couple products I'm missing. I wasn't able to find a primer, and the bronzer didn't seem to be available in North America. The only websites I found the bronzer on were Europe-based websites. And I also had a couple tragedies in shipment. The blush that I had actually ordered, it was just one of the shades, but this is the shade Solar Haze 05, came shattered, RIP, which is very sad. And also the brow pencil, the Brow Ink Trio, which actually looks really cool because it has the spoolie on one end, it's got the little brow powder in here, and then it has the pencil, and the pencil is like completely expired. I don't know if this will show up on the camera, but you can see like it has that like gray dusty haze around it, and when I press the product to like draw, it literally just breaks in the tube. It's literally just dried up and falling apart. So Hudson's Bay, listen fam, you gotta check your stock. So even with those minor little tragedies in this product finding moment, I'm really excited to play, and I'd love to hear from you what some of your favorite products are. If you like these full face videos, please do give it a big thumbs up. If you want me to continue filming them, if there are any other brands you want me to do, holler at me in the comments down below, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. So I'm going to zoom you in, guys, and let us get glam. So I'm going to start with the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. I kept the little box so I could read the description. It says, first in foundation that refreshes non-stop. It has a fresh, natural finish that lasts all day, 24-hour wear, flawless, weightless comfort, medium buildable coverage. I like the packaging. It twists open, which I think is brilliant, and then you can squeeze it in your hand and close it and it stops pumping, which is great. I got this one in the shade 160 Shell. Medium buildable coverage. Let's take it for a roll, guys. I'm gonna use the Beauty Blender. Anything with I was gonna say anything with like medium or more full coverage. I like to use a Beauty Blender anyway, but that's one little dip, and that is a lot of coverage. Like, wow, I could definitely use a much smaller amount. I'm so sorry that I pumped so much of that out. But this actually that's like a perfect shade match. And it's really nicely rolling over all of my redness. Holy moly. It's like you put the foundation on one side and you're like, wow, yeah, I'm red. Coverage is next level on this, that is for sure. To me, this is like fully covering everything. Like, I would definitely call this more full coverage, especially if it is buildable. But I will say that it feels very lightweight. Weightless is a good way to describe this. It's not thick and cakey like many full coverage foundations can be. Like, we're getting coverage, but we ain't getting the cake that comes with it. So I picked up both of the concealers that they had. These are the two here. It's a Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Concealer, and this is the Synchro Skin Correcting Gel Stick Concealer. This one is long-lasting, medium full coverage, weightless, and the gel is hydrating all-day coverage and also weightless. So perhaps then I will take the gel stick. I just want to feel... Oh yeah, it does feel really nice and creamy. I feel like I want to put the more creamy, hydrating one underneath my eyes. Ooh. And use that for the bags instead of the more like full coverage one. It's so creamy. It's so wet and creamy. It's kind of magical. And then where I want a little bit more full coverage, I'll go in with the other concealer, and I'm going to put that here. If you can see like all the bumps I have here, that's where I'm having a little bit of a breakout. So in these little areas here is where I want more full coverage. I'm putting that lighter concealer under my eyes, which is already like blending in on its own under my eyes. How magical. Just gonna take the beauty sponge. Wow. That gel stick concealer, literally melting into the skin. That is really nice. I'm kind of in awe. Honestly, this looks incredible. I am fully covered, but it's still looking like my skin. It's sinking in so nicely. I am very excited to keep using, oh, sorry, I've already made this disgusting. Really excited to keep using that gel concealer. The other one was totally fine, but I usually like to keep it a little bit more simple with the concealer and just use one product. So I feel like I liked the moisture, hydrating creaminess of that one. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz my face with MAC Fix Plus. I just wanna help to soak it in, add a little bit of extra hydration before we go in with powder, which is also in the same line. It's the Synchro Skin. This is the Invisible Silk Loose Powder. I have this one in the Radiant version, which is very exciting, and it comes with a little a little powder poof in it, which is actually really soft. It's got this cool little trampoline moment here. Shall we use the poof? Okay, just kidding. I need my smaller little angular brush because I like to go underneath my eyes and on top of my eyes too. I feel like I can't do that as easily with the powder poof. It's pretty like undetectable. It's very light indeed. Are we getting any sense of radiance here? Am I radiant? Now, like I mentioned at the start of the video, in my searches for the Shiseido products, I'm so pale right now. My Benefit Hoola isn't used to me being so light. So I'm just doing a good healthy dousing of my Benefit Hoola bronzer. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, I wasn't able to find any bronzer from Shiseido or a contour product. And I feel like if they had like a cream contour product that's probably so beautiful, I imagine they would do one so well based on all of the creamy jelly things that I love from them already. But I simply could not go on without bronzing my face. All right, we're looking a little bit more alive there. Let's move on to blush. This is their Inner Glow Cheek Powder, and I have this in the shade Twilight Hour 02. Like I mentioned before, the beautiful, stunning orange one that looks like the perfect summer shade, but mine hath shattered. But that is okay, because this looks like the most beautiful, fresh, cool toned pink. I also really like the packaging of this. It's like really sleek and slim and just looks so satisfying, honestly. So I'm going to take a little, a nice little dusting of that color all over the cheeks. That's putting a beautiful wash of color on the cheeks. So fresh. That's such a nice fresh color. Now for the highlight, what I thought was interesting, because I mean, I've known this, I've stared at it and the label for so long, but the Aura Dew highlights are actually meant for the face, eyes, and the lips. Like it's kind of a multi-use product. And I don't know if I've ever put this on my face, but I do know that mine is, she's dried up. She's popping out of the container, but it still works. Kind of. I don't know how this would do on the face, this Aura Dew, but we could try. We could try putting a little, I feel like mine's a little bit too expired to be effective on the face, but I'll try pressing some in. It's a little bit more chunky, glittery. Like this would definitely never be my first choice for a face highlight, which is why I always use it on the eyes, because I don't mind when there's lovely little glitters for my eyeshadow. Honestly, like, so can you see, like, you can tell where the little chunky bits are on the face, and just because I have so much texture on my skin in general, that's not usually something I go for. I'm going to try taking a little brush and just putting that on the inner corners of the eyes. Ooh, pretty, pretty. I'm kind of sad, guys, because I knew, like, this has been popping out of the packaging, but it's been a while since I've used it, even though I used it, like, straight for 2 years. It's definitely dried up. It's definitely not as creamy and delightful as it once was. But honestly, it worked. It worked for the highlight. So like I mentioned at the start of the video, I think the brow pencil I bought is out of commish, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my Benefit brow pencil to fill in my brows. Alright guys, the brows are on, the brows are popping. Let's move on to some eyes. Now, the Shiseido eyeshadow quads, they do have the Essentials eye palettes. They are not available on Sephora or Hudson's Bay. They seem to have a lot of colors. The packaging looks very similar to this very slim packaging. But what was available to me to purchase are their Kajal Ink Artist eyeliners, and they have, or cream eyeshadows, I guess. They have so many fun colors in these, and they're beautiful and creamy. I've actually had the blue one for quite some time. You guys know how I feel about color. It's not a common thing for me here to use colorful things, but you can see that they're just super creamy, very, very pigmented, beautiful colors. I picked a couple other colors that I thought might be a little bit more wearable for us here. This is Rose Pagoda 03 and Plum Blossom 05. I feel like I kind of want to play a little bit with the plum. Let's give this a little, oh yeah, that's a really nice plum. Let's try doing a little smoked out plummy shadow, shall we? So I'm going to start by applying this along the lash line. Ooh, she's purple. I want to see what it looks like once it's blended out. Should we do one of those cool little blendy outy crease moments? Is that crazy? Oh, I haven't practiced this. Let's try it. I'm gonna go up with the liner, go to my crease, and because I have more of a foldy crease, I want to make sure that the line that I'm going to draw is going above that crease, you know, so when you're looking straight and looking, you still see the liner, you still see the color. And then I'm just going to blend that out with this little shader brush. I'm just really, really trying to do my best to use a soft hand here, and it's just blending it out into a much nicer, lighter color. I feel like Katie Jane Hughes always does looks like this. Nikki_makeup very often uses a liner like this in the crease. And this also totally reminds me of the makeup look when she was going crazy, having a little bender in the Queen's Gambit. She had an eyeliner like this. I'm like, ooh, so fun. Guys, that's kind of fun. Wow. The color continues. I have no clean brushes remaining, so I need to find a clean brush and I'm just gonna clean up that line. And because we have quite a thick base on, I wasn't worried about like adding any more concealer. I use a clean brush and it just goes whoop, flicks away. Now the fun comes in trying to recreate that on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and struggle through this and we'll see you on the other side. Alright guys, we made it there in the end. I feel like this purple is so fun. It's so fun. I'm going to try to dip back into the Aura Dew and just put a little bit of that onto the top of the lid. Just, oh yeah, that's totally fine. Just bringing in a little bit of shimmer to that area. I feel like that adds a little bit more fun, a little pop of glitter and some interest. I'm just gonna brighten up my inner waterline. She's looking a little bit red. I'm gonna use my NARS Rue Bonaparte just to brighten that up. I said red when I meant pink, but you know what I mean. I think I'm gonna leave the under eyes plain. I wanna put some lower lash mascara under there, and I think that's all this purple needs to highlight and some fun. Shiseido actually sent me a collection a little while ago, and it included some colorful mascara. These here, the Controlled Chaos Mascara Ink, and one of them is emerald and one of them is sapphire. I am not gonna do colorful mascara here today, but what I thought I could do is at least like try, see what it looks like, and then put the black mascara over top just for curiosity's sake. Let's start with the Sapphire mascara. Look at this wand. That is crazy. So bright and colorful. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, wow. That's fun. Wah, wah, wee, wah. I need to know, how would you guys rock a colorful mascara? Would you rock a colorful mascara? Would you buy a colorful mascara? I need to hear your thoughts. I'm going to go over it with the black and pray that we can get that. Oh yeah, okay. This is a nice mascara. This is a nice wand. Kind of clumpy, kind of clumpy. I did buy this mascara, this black one from Hudson's Bay. And based on how some of the other products came, it wouldn't surprise me if this was expired, because that is some chunkiness right there. Let's try the Emerald mascara. See what this looks like. Oh, you know what? That's actually not too bright. There's definitely like a little subtle green hint there. It actually kind of looks nice with this purple. All right, well, that was fun. Playing with color, here we go, and then covering it up with black. Woo-hoo. Wow, wow. Okay, I'm gonna use my MAC Extended Play mascara on their lower lashes, just with this very lovely, long, skinny wand, getting right in there at the root. Guys, these eyes are so fun. Let's move on to the lips. I'm really quickly going to line my lips with my KKW Beauty. This is Nude 1.5. And I know this might not be a necessary step for everyone, but for me, especially if I'm using like a more glossy, balmy lip, I like to line my lips and have a little bit of definition there. So the three colors that I personally love from the Shiseido Gel Color Lip Balms are Bamboo, Hibiscus, and then I also have Sakura, which I actually have up in my everyday vanity. And then some recent ones that I picked up, I got the shade Code Red. Oh, wow, a swatch indeed. Holy crap. That is pigmented. That's Code Red, a very, very rich, true, balmy red. Another color I picked up is Narcissus, which seems to be, oh yeah, it's so much more sheer than the red, but it's this beautiful coral color. Oh, that'll be so nice for summer. Next shade I picked up is Dahlia, a kind of purpley-ish pink. The last shade I picked up is Peony, which seems to be just like a lovely true pink, like a soft pink. Right there. Actually, in the camera, these two look very, very similar. But those are the shades I picked up. This is one of my favorite formulas ever. I don't know what color I'm gonna go for. Oh my god. Let's see how Dahlia works with this. I think this is a little bit too much color on the lips actually for the eyes. I feel like the eyes really need to stand out and have their moment. So I'm just gonna wipe this color off a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with Bamboo, which is a beautiful, nice like sheer, kind of my perfect nude color. It's a nice beige. It's got a little bit of pinky in there. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. A little bit more subdued to let their eyes have their moment. All right, friends, well, this is the finished makeup look. It was really fun playing with a lot of these products, discovering some new ones, and discovering that I need to repurchase some of my old favorites from the brand. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of the makeup look. If you recreate it, please tag me. I'm at Alana everywhere. I would love to see your looks. It was super fun playing with these. These are very, very creamy, very beautiful. I am very thrilled to have discovered how easy it was to use. And I'm actually really stoked with how this makeup look turned out. I think it's really fun. So let me know in the comments down below any other brands that you would like to see me do a full face of makeup of. English. It escapes me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much as always for watching, and we'll see you all very soon for a new video. Bye!